Peter. Peter.
Peter. Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything and everything that comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host,
Peter.
James. I call him James. Everyone else calls him Jimmy. It just works like that.
No, it doesn't.
A lot of things happened this week, James.
Like a couple things.
Well, I don't know
Granted.
how often or how much you keep up with tech news, but NVIDIA did a little
Never.
oopsie this this past week. You haven't heard anything about it?
A little oopsie.
A little oopsie. So
Surely, just a
So
little.
our boy,
one.
my boy, Jansen, he walked up on stage and he introduced the new DLSS 5 technology. Now, I don't know if you know what DLSS 5 is, or I guess DLSS is as a technology, but it's an upscaling like algorithm. So it's meant to take a graphical image and render it at like a small resolution, and then DLSS comes in and expands it, boosts it up to the resolution of your monitor. It's supposed to help save resources, stuff like that. That's what DLSS is. But DLSS 5, which is the newest version, came out. And I don't know if you saw any images from it, but it works a little differently.
I certainly haven't seen the monstrous looking images that have come out of it. The truly uncanny valley, the way that it just has the most inhuman.
The most human design.
The design is very human.
The design is very human. I mean, so Jansen, these are his words, not mine. He said it was some type of neural rendering, taking the geometry, working on the geometric level of the game, and changing the graphics to look more photorealistic. Which, you know, I'll give it that. It does look photorealistic, but it just looks a little off. And if any of you have seen the images that have came out, it looks a little off. It kind of looks like an AI filter was put over the game, right?
Dude,
So
that's crazy.
that's what
what it looks like.
Hey, James, controversy. Okay, it
What?
was a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy theory. It's not real, or is it? So people first thought that it was an AI filter. That all DLSS 5 was just like screen capping each frame and then just feeding it through a generative AI to make an AI image of it, and then, you know, put it back on. What's funny is that I think Jensen on stage said something like, "Oh, if DLSS 5 combines like the regular graphics with generative AI," but actually the machine they used to test or to show DLSS 5 at that at that stage had two 5090s in it, which is the latest top end graphics card that NVIDIA has, and it needed two of them to run that thing. So basically what they did was they rendered the game itself on one 5090, and they had to use the second 5090 to handle the DLSS 5 neural rendering. So funny that was the thing that happened. But then a video came out by one of the tech guys that I watch occasionally, Owen, and he.
Well, that's it. There's no more to that name.
Well, I mean, I just know him as Owen. I don't really know anything else about him. I watch his videos sometimes. He managed to ask like one of the devs that was working on DLSS 5 a bunch of questions about what DLSS or how DLSS 5 really works, because when Jansen said something about like the whole like, oh, it's not just a filter, it like processes the code of the game or whatever, everyone was, eyebrow raise, Vine boom moment, Taco Bell ding. And then
Everyone was like, well, that's definitely not true.
yeah, so he emails a bunch of questions to this NVIDIA dev about DLSS 5, and it basically just confirmed that yeah, it is just an AI filter. That is literally just what it is, at least right now. That DLSS 5, all it does is it takes the screenshot of like the frame, feeds it through the generative AI filter, and makes a little AI image, and then it runs with that.
and it looks bad.
It doesn't look good. It does look bad.
I love that they tried using Resident Evil 9 in like their promotion of it. They were like,
Yeah.
here's Grace Ashcroft and Leon Kennedy in
Did they
Resident Evil
like? Did they
9.
like put Resident Evil 9 on like low settings on purpose or something? Because it looked a lot like the
They
regular
definitely did. They
the
were putting
regular
everything it
graphics of
looked
it
like on low settings.
looked a lot worse than what I remember it to look like. Because when I
They
saw
did that
Grace
for the
there,
Starfield examples too. I was like,
yeah,
I know Starfield doesn't look like the greatest, but it also doesn't look like that on
like
regular
they
settings.
had like the Grace scene run at like zero graphics settings, like no shadows, no low textures or something. Because she did look a little bit of low polygon, and then they put
Let's
the
go
DLSS
beyond
5
zero.
image on it, and at first I was shocked that it was real. I thought it was a fake image when I first saw it because I saw the image of it before I saw clips of it being presented on stage. So yeah, first of all, Grace. They showed Grace with the DLSS 5 image, DLSS 5 rendering over it, and she looks like a whole different person. It doesn't even look like the
Really,
same
really
person.
advanced the appearance, you know.
Yeah. What's funny is that the AI filter loves putting on like makeup on on the characters. I think
God,
they put on like eyeshadow or something, and they gave her like
I wonder
lipstick.
why the AI would do that.
They gave her lipstick, and I think they also might have given her like some lip filler or something. Her lips look like a bit bigger than they did normally. So that was a bit strange. I think Jansen said something about devs being able to control what DLSS 5 like the types of graphics it will change, the details. And everyone was kind of skeptical because they're like, isn't this just an AI filter? How do they like control that? So Owen asked a question. He was like, yeah, so in this image with Grace, it looks like the LSS 5 gave her makeup. Is there an option to like for the devs to be like, don't give her makeup in this scene? And then of course, they just hit him with the most cookie cutter answer, like the LSS 5 is a 3D neural rendering software, and devs have control over contrast and color grading. Which I give it to them. Yeah, they do have control over contrast and color grading, and that's it. I think. Now the good thing is that well, you don't have to use DLSS 5. It is a optional like software feature that
In
you can use.
America, the government actually makes you use DLSS 5 or however it's fucking whatever.
Well, I know James that you
Yeah,
like to just spout all
they show
kinds
up to
of
your
lies around
house
the
and
internet.
they make you download it, and Elon Musk is like, yeah, DSL 5.
Elon Musk. I don't know if Elon Musk was there or not at this conference, but
He was. They said, and to our special friend in the audience, Elon Musk, and he went,
and he
oh.
came out holding a sink and he's
Yeah,
like,
that's
"Let me
good.
be clear." And then
He came out holding his son in front of his face, going, let me be human shield.
now I won't be able to use the LSS 5. I really regret not getting an Nvidia card because
That's
because
it.
I won't be able to use DLSS 5 whenever we do like a co-commentate on a game now, because I would love to like turn that on whenever whenever I'm playing something and you're watching and you go, JD, this is the stop it. You're ruining the game. I hate the way you play games. Turn it off. And I can just be like, no, DLSS 5 stays on. But I don't have an Nvidia card, so I won't be able to use DLSS 5.
Doc, stay on.
Well, I mean, I have AMD, and AMD's well, it's not that much better. At least not right now. They've fallen off the deep end. I didn't realize how politically integrated AMD and Nvidia became in like recent years, but they are like in there. They are up the butts of the administration right now. So AMD's not in a good spot. I think right now AMD has like 5% of the market share of the graphics card market share. Nvidia is like 95%, basically a monopoly. So I guess that's why they can just do whatever they want, and no one can do anything about it because they have all the market. I wonder where Intel went. They made graphics cards
Doesn't
like a while
exist
back.
anymore. It imploded.
Now, granted, they were
They
bad.
stopped getting the Sheldon from Big Bang Theory guy to do their ads, and they're like, guys, we tanked.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to them. And now, granted, the graphics card they came out with like a while back, they were not great, but like it was a start. Nobody expects a noob to be amazing at the game, their first game, but I haven't heard anything about Intel.
Um,
AMD used to be like 15% of the market, but now it's 5%. And
yeah.
all I hear about now is just the CEO of AMD sucking up to Donald Trump. And I think literally at like some tech meeting that Donald Trump was in, he literally just calls out like them being like nothing in the market. It was the funniest. It was
Nothing
so
at
funny. He's
all.
like, and I know the AMD CEO over there is, wonderful person. I love it very much. Uh, but
Wonderful guys.
but
Nothing at all.
but from what I remember, Nvidia Jansen, my boy over there, has 95% of the market. So he
I
just straight up
remember
calls it
you.
to their face.
You hold them in a monopoly.
Hold him in Monopoly.
You're holding a monopoly.
I mean, it's amazing stuff. I don't know how they do it.
Truly one of a
So
kind.
yeah, I mean, maybe they'll change DLSS 5, and it used to be an upscaler, James. I don't know if you realized that. It didn't used to be it's not a graphics like enhancer. It was just an upscaler. I don't know if you know
Oh
what
no
those
no no!
means. You're not a gamer,
It's
but
it's built in.
yeah, I don't know if generative AI right now is the way to go for graphics enhancement. I think I would like to have it to have a better like frame gen tech. I do like using frame gen sometimes. Makes the game look a bit smoother. I also like I wish the upscaling technology was a bit better. I think it's better at that too. Less resources doesn't make my PC want to blow up every time I want to play a game. It's very nice. I wish they just
Oh,
stuck
dude,
with
no,
that,
no. You need that. You need that thing roaring like a fucking jet engine about
but
to
no,
take
no,
off
nah. But like
every time you turn it on.
the government and all the tech companies, they're sucking off big AI right now, open AI right now.
You
They
need to get one
literally
of those
use it for
big
every single
comical,
thing.
just one button things that you plug into a computer, so that can be your NVIDIA chip
Yeah,
turning
they
on
use it for
for the
literally every single
graphics,
thing.
free switching in between it.
Now, I'm not like the biggest AI hater ever because I do use AI as like a better search engine, I guess. But sometimes it's a tool and you got to use the right tool for the job, and this isn't the right tool for the job, man. So
It's that, it's always good to use the right tool for the job.
it's always good to use the right tool for the
Unfortunately,
job.
this tool is really fucking bad.
That's why I have 13 catheters implanted into my anus right now.
Best tool for the job.
Best tool for the job, and there we
Mr.
go.
Trump, your legs are ballooning from all the
Mr.
catheters you
Trump,
put in
what is
there.
that on your leg? Nothing.
Mr. McGonagall,
I've been doing.
you got a bunch of
I've
catheters
been
on your
working
leg,
out
Mr.
calf
McGonagall.
day. I've been working out my calves. Thank you for
I'm
noticing.
not a big cafe fan. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't go to cafes.
I don't go to cafes and drink kofefes.
I'm not a big Capresso.
So yeah, the LSS 5 came out. I think Nvidia stock dropped quite a bit. Maybe it's time to
Quite
buy.
literally, nobody but dickhead Twitter fucking AI bros like it, which is
Yeah.
good
There's always
because
some sheep
I
out
want
there that
this to
love.
tank.
There's always sheep out there that love anything that tech comes out, even if it's even if it looks way too human. The design is too human for me, James. To be honest with you,
The
it took
design's actually not human for
I.
me, and that's the problem.
It's too human.
The design looks too inhuman in the final
It's
product.
too human.
I don't remember what other games because I saw like a video version of it. Which, by the way, what I love is that when they take the pictures, they're not actual one-to-ones half the time. So it is a very clear difference between them because the characters are doing like different shit in
I know
the images.
they did run through like they played some cutscenes from Resident Evil 9 that had like the DLSS 5 turned on over it. The one where
Yeah,
like
that
Leon
one made
gets
it
out of the
look
car.
so much worse when I saw that.
Yeah, Leon gets out of the car. They put the DLSS 5 filter over it. There was also one they played, I think, Skyrim, like
I
Oblivion.
was gonna say I think it was Skyrim just because of like how bizarrely shaped all the faces were in general.
Yeah, it's
And
because
when I saw it on
the guys looked
that,
insane.
dude, it looked so awful.
It was scary. It scared
It
me. I
was
jumped out of my
it was
seat in terror.
I didn't think it could look worse than it already did, and they somehow did it. They made it look genuinely worse than shit.
Well, it's because Nvidia and OpenAI and they love Bethesda and Tom Todd Howard. They love those guys. They're all in a circle together. They're the boys. So
Daddy hell.
they did play like Oblivion, like they're in the game walking around with the filters turned on, and I don't know. To me, it kind of just looked like the filter just removes all the lighting out of the game and just like
I was
God
gonna say
rays
it
everything.
looks like it adds too much reflection because like it makes people look like always sweaty, you
Well, it's
know?
because they are. I don't know if you don't touch grass, you don't know. But yeah, when you walk outside
Jamie, you're
right now,
telling me
yeah,
I don't know people are always sweating.
yeah, you don't know people. Well, I mean, you were surprised that everyone looks so sweaty. So
I just mean like for like literally in the sense of like the games, like it's always just
yeah,
literally no matter the environment they're in,
it's because their
it's
skin
just this
has been
thing.
revitalized by DLSS 5. Okay, James.
It's no, I think it's an issue with AI generated people in general. Like you'll always notice like they just look slightly sweaty all the time. Like
They look
it's like it's
greasy.
never like they're inside in cold weather or anything. It's just like, oh,
Oh,
you're in the Arctic. Okay, you fucking pouring sweat.
yeah, it's
There's
because
no.
dull people are not cool people. So they always got to be like, there's always got to be something going on with their skin. Their skin always has to be exfoliated. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, the photorealistic AI filter over like everything just doesn't work for a lot of stuff, especially not Skyrim, Oblivion.
By
Where
the way,
like
you can absolutely see the Charlie Kirk face when you look at Leon Kennedy. You can see a little bit of Kirk in it.
why does everything evolve into Charlie Kirk? The world may
Well, it's
never
the same way
know.
that most it's the same way that most AI faces used to just look like only JD Vance.
It's because they're all trained off
So
JD Vance and Charlie Kirk.
well, yeah, because so many images were just suddenly generated with that look.
Yeah.
That's what happened here,
Hmm.
where it's now so many have been used to make Charlie Kirk that just like yeah, that's what he looks like. I mean, that's what AI just looks like
Yeah,
now.
that's what humans look like is Charlie Kirk. It's funny because when they talk into like the Skyrim Oblivion NPC, the one that has like Giga Chad like looks maxing face where like the cheekbones are super high and like pointed outwards. Slapping like a photorealistic filter on that is just nightmare fuel. Uh,
It's so terrifying the thing it creates.
Also like how they didn't fix like the ghosting artifacting with DLSS
Nope.
4.
Nope.
So when even when they had DLSS 5 turned off, they had, like when they're moving around, like there's a bunch of objects were like ghosting and leaving behind trails and stuff because they haven't fixed that shit in the previous version. So I'm
What I
glad I'm
love is
glad they
that
decided to
you
move on.
I love that they still like in the backgrounds of images shit just gets blurred anyways because it is still AI that can't like think of what to put behind things properly.
Yeah. It also
So it is just like
it
the
doesn't
backgrounds
like
just get all
take
fucked up from it.
it doesn't like try to guess the environment either. I think
No.
it just knows what it's looking at. The same exact image that's on screen is the only thing that's really looking at and filtering. So things get messed up. They also they also showed a cutscene from like FIFA 20. I don't know which
From
FIFA game
FIFA.
was it. All the past like 10 FIFA games are probably the same. But they had like the soccer player shooting like a goal, and man, the ghosting on the soccer ball as it goes past like the frames is like awful. It looks terrible.
Oh, it looks great. It looks
That is
perfect.
one of the things that's bad with frame gen is that it does leave like artifacting and ghosting. It makes the whole like it makes the game feel smoother just because you have more frames, but it does look sometimes look bad.
No, you're just coping.
Yeah, I mean, I think they could make that look a lot better eventually, but I guess they've decided to just go off a different way. What other game? I know they did something else. Starfield. They did
Yeah,
a bunch of characters
Starfield
from
got
Starfield.
done. And again, that's why I'm like, I know they lowered the settings because when you look at it, it's even though I don't
Yeah,
think Starfield looks all that like fucking incredible. I think it has a lot of visual problems.
Yeah.
I do think they lowered the settings because it didn't look right.
Yeah. I mean, the characters they were talking to did look kind of low polygon, very like smoothish textures. I don't know. I don't know how Starfield looks with max settings. 'Cause I've never seen a playthrough of it. Of anyone playing it. Um, but I will say that I think for Starfield, the hyper realistic thing probably looks the best for Starfield. But maybe that's just because Starfield looks so shit already that anything would just make it look slightly better. But it still doesn't look good. But I like how for one of the scenes actually the like the dude soldier with like the fade on the sides. There's like a shadow on his nostril on the left side, and what DLSS 5 did is they thought the shadow was just a part of his nose, so they just made like his whole like left nostril like twice as big compared to the other nostrils.
God bless the U.S.
So,
fucking
so man, it looked really funny. I think it also gave him hair on his sides because yeah, he had like shaved sides, like buzz cutted sides, but it just gave him hair. Like it
what
gave
is
him like
this
a
called
fade.
again? The Nvidia fucking.
DLSS 5 NVIDIA showcase or something. I don't know.
Okay, thank you. I was trying to remember. I was like, what is it? DLSS something.
Yeah, DLSS 5. DLSS 4 is it was an upscaler. A
I want to try
neural
and find
rendering.
the exact image where it fucks up his nose.
Yeah, the guy from Starfield. It was two people in that scene, but I think it only
Yeah, I
focused on
found
the dude.
it.
Yeah,
I found it.
doesn't it make his nose like bigger on the side because it thinks the shadow is
Yeah,
his
like it kind
nostril?
of makes it look like the shadow, like it kind of dips into the lip a bit.
Yeah. So, hey, I mean, James, this is just the start because eventually we'll get to the point where
It's still it's
we'll
one
get
thing.
we'll get to the point where we'll everything will be so smooth, so like hyper realistic, you won't be able to tell the difference. Eventually, there is going to be a version of generative AI that won't make everyone super sweaty, and then it's over for you, James. What are you gonna do then?
I guess I'll just pack up and go home.
I guess I'll just have to turn DLSS 17 on. I wonder if they're going to keep
I
going with the numbers on the naming sense.
I love that they didn't even try to create like a good name for it. They're just like, yeah, it's an abbreviation of the system.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do something interesting with the name when we can just call it DLSS 5?
Well, James, I mean, tech guys aren't the best at naming stuff, so
The fucking DLSS 5 memes have been so funny though.
they have been really funny because they just take like a picture of like something and then they put like an AI generated image of like something similar on the left side as a comparison. It was great. I love that stuff. I think there's something about One Piece that that's shown up in DLSS 5.
Is there a One Piece DLSS 5?
There's like an everything. There's an everything DLSS 5 meme of it.
Have we been DLSS 5'd?
I think there's a version of us that is DLSS 5.
My God.
I really like the Shadow Ghost DLSS 5 version. The real gooning. Is that just a mod or is it? There's got to be a mod of that.
I think I found my favorite one.
Yeah, but as far as I know, AMD hasn't like released.
That's thumbnail worthy.
Yeah, that might be the thumbnail. As far as I know, AMD hasn't released any like huge news of their upscaler. Oh, getting a call from my mother. Hold on a second.
No, put her on. Put her on.
All right, I'm gonna be back in a second, James. Got to help my mother bring in the groceries. So,
Ooh, I get to entertain everybody while JD's away. Well,
all right, I'm back, James.
Hey, welcome back. I've been talking this whole time. I just took a little break right there.
Well, it's a good thing that you've been talking this whole time because I'm cutting all of that out. So, what was that? What were we talking about before I left?
We were talking about NVIDIA.
Okay.
We were just talking about the memes, and then you said, "Oh, my mother's calling me. I must go get my colonoscopy done."
I don't think it was a
Those were your exact
colonoscopy.
words.
I don't think I said that. No.
Those were your exact words. I was like, "Whoa,
It
JD,
wasn't even
they
close,
were sharing
actually.
much, man."
But yeah,
I
I
was
do
like,
like the DLSS 5
"Whoa."
memes. They're pretty fun to look
Yeah,
at.
DLSS 5 games, they're pretty good.
Hmm. But yeah, I've lost faith in the graphics card industry. Don't think I'll be getting another one for a while unless something crazy actually gets released like the 4090. That shit was crazy.
The 4090 wasn't that crazy. You're just,
It was pretty
easy.
crazy. That thing
No,
was an absolute beast for its time.
no,
I think right now it's still probably like, you know, probably still like the top dog in rendering, but
nah, not really.
I don't know. I don't know if you know anything. You don't care, James. I know. I know
No,
you don't
I'm
care.
I'm pretty I'm pretty hip.
Is it hip? No, it's more nerd. You're too normie to understand it. So
No, I'm
sorry,
pretty I'm
guys. I
pretty
know
in the, I'm pretty I'm
this is the
pretty I'm
nerd
pretty with
talk.
it.
This is the nerd talk, and James doesn't like the nerd talk. So
No, no, I love the nerd talk. I love nerd talk.
oh yeah. Well, let's talk about something that you nerds would know.
Amazing Digital Circus.
No, I don't. You're supposed to come up with your topic there. Like whatever topic
Yeah,
you would
Amazing
say would
Digital Circus.
automatically be the nerd one.
Yeah, Amazing Digital Circus.
Well, what
The
about it?
penultimate episode came out.
Wait, it wasn't done? I thought it was already
No,
finished.
the next episode's the last episode. Comes out in I think July or something.
Oh, boy, so how many episodes are there of that?
9 or something.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it finished.
No, they got another new episode coming out, and you know,
It's not like it's not like another season or anything. It's just the same
well,
season.
I think I don't know. That's one of those things where it's like we don't really know what's going to be happening necessarily for it because it is um
You
so
watched
like
the Amazing Digital Circus, James?
yeah, I like it.
Ah, I haven't seen it, so I don't. All I know is that there's a clown girl in it, and that's it. I don't know the plot or anything else.
Well, that's the plot.
I also know that a lot of you nerds that like Has Been Hotel and stuff also like Amazing Digital Circus. Are they made by the
Well, I
same
mean, they're
people,
both.
or is it?
I would say they were both indie animation, but Hasbro Hotel is literally made. I think it's getting
Has Been
moved
Hotel is
to
triple A now.
Amazon.
It's mainstream, so that's why you don't like
I
it
was gonna
anymore.
say it's VisiPop. I think is making it under Amazon now, so it's no longer
No,
indie. It's now literally made by
now
a
it's corpo.
corporation.
Yeah,
Yeah, whereas like
and
with
all of a sudden
Amazing
you just
Digital
start hating
Circus,
it. You're
it's
not just
still the
because.
independent creators. They're just getting like somewhat funding from an indie studio.
Mm-hmm. Small indie company.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, hey, can't wait for that to finish. But in July, something amazing is coming out. You know what it is, James?
The Amazing Digital Circus episode
Yeah,
9.
you're right. The Amazing Spider-Man. No, the next Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland's coming out. I didn't see the trailer. The trailer came out, but I didn't
Oh,
actually
you
watch it.
haven't seen the trailer yet?
No, I haven't seen it.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Nah, I'm good.
It looks pretty okay.
I don't need to look at trailers to enjoy the movie, you know. I'm okay with being completely in the dark and forgetting about it until the couple days beforehand where you're like, let's go watch it. I'm like, all right.
Let's go gambling.
Well, I know you don't want to watch it, but I will probably watch it with my family.
Yeah, I'm a big Spider-Man hater, apparently.
Well, you're just a big mainstream hater. Like anything that goes mainstream, you just hate it. Doesn't matter if it's good or not, or
classic
whatever.
classic
Yeah.
me hating
I
mainstream.
mean, I'm just saying. Like a couple years
I
ago, I
think.
remember you raving all about Has Been Hotel and whatever the other show was.
By the way, I
know.
wasn't raving. I just said,
Yeah,
"Oh,
no,
hey,
you were
let's go
raving
check out
about
the
it. You're like, oh
panel."
my God, I would love to check out the panel. And we waited in a 10-hour line for it. And then
It was not
now,
a 10-hour
and then
line,
when you
and I
figured
just said,
out
"Oh,
that
hey,
they
Aspen Hotel. I
that they
know
were
what that
showing
is.
on
Let's go check it
Amazon
out."
and they're backed by Amazon, you're all of a sudden you're like, you know, I don't like the dialogue of the show, and it just doesn't have the same feel to it, even though it's the exact same things, the same episodes, and so I mean, that's just a bit strange to me. What do you guys think? Leave a comment.
What do you guys think? Talk to us right now about it.
Chat, chat. Tell
Talk
me,
to your
tell me right
screen
now.
right now.
Type one.
Enter psychosis in this moment. We are
Uh,
your friends.
Chuck Norris died. Hear about that?
Yeah, rest in peace.
I mean, I don't think I've ever watched a movie with Chuck Norris in it. Actually, I just know he's a big movie star, but he
You
died.
never watched The Expendables?
Uh, I don't think so. Actually, was he in the first
Oh,
one or
that's
the
a,
second one?
I think the second one.
I watched the first one. I
By
did
the
not
way,
watch the second one.
there's a series meant for the crapshoot.
I
That's
mean,
a series of
I
movies.
remember really liking the Expendables. I thought it was fun. I don't even know what it was about.
Just
I,
old men.
yeah, it was just about like a bunch of action movie stars doing action stuff in a movie, and
Some
that's all I
action
remember it
boys.
being. I always heard of Chuck Norris being like an action movie star, but I actually never seen him do any kind of action. So
That's because he did like old
yeah, he
movies.
was
He
like an
didn't do
old
stuff
movie guy.
before that.
Yeah, and I'm not. Yeah, you're about to hit me with some facts about Chuck Norris that makes him a bad guy, aren't you? Even though he's dead, and
Yeah.
you just should let the dead rest in peace. But I guess not, huh?
No, I'm
You know
sorry,
what,
Dead
James?
couldn't
How
let
about
me
you just
rest in
hold it?
peace.
How about you just hold it? Don't say it, and then we'll just move on, huh?
I piss on your grave,
Can
old
you
man.
not be the party pooper for just one day, please? Thanks.
No.
Instead, let's talk about some things that might be coming up in the future. First off, a Resident Evil playthrough.
Yes. Okay.
Except it's
I'm
not
with
the
that.
original Resident Evil that you wanted to play. I think it's not like the low
Which I didn't
poly
know.
version of it.
I did say I thought it was the remake, but apparently it wasn't. It was the original.
Yeah, dude. If the remake looked like that, I would have paid $1 million to see what the original looked like. If the remake was the poly like the
I
low
forgot
poly version.
that. I forgot that it was like all polygon.
Have you? You also forgot that like the voice acting is god awful in that.
No, no, I remember it
In
was
the
god awful.
original.
That's why I wanted us to play it. That's why I always bring up that scene.
Yeah. But no, you do you know that guy who animates like um historical moments but in low poly form? I don't know if you know that content creator, but there's this guy who does like history moments, like the Byford dolphin incident, but in low poly version. So everyone has like a low poly model as he explains what happens. But that like Resident Evil, the original one, looked like that low poly, like a low poly animation from
It,
that guy.
I mean, it literally is from
Yeah,
that era, you know?
yeah. It was just funny because the one clip I saw from it that you sent me was the whole like, Chris, stop it. Except
Behold,
you
tyrant.
you voice act that a lot better than he does in the original when you because you actually put nuance in your voice, but in the original he just goes, Chris, stop it.
No, no, he goes, Chris, stop it. But I put a little spice on it with the Chris, stop
Chris.
it.
Yeah, he doesn't do the Chris.
Chris.
Chris, stop it.
Behold, tyrant.
Behold, the ultimate life form, tyrant. And then Chris fake laughing.
I was gonna say that's you doing Chris's laugh right there. Where you go.
Honestly, that moment was cinema because the second Wesker goes, Chris, he like points to the gun at him immediately. And when he goes, stop it, he puts it even closer to his face. It was
He
so
doesn't like
funny.
being mocked.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't like getting mocked either. So I kinda get where he's coming from.
Yeah, you'd call Wesker a relatable guy.
Yeah, whenever I say James, the DLSS 5, the ultimate graphics rendering
When you
software,
say James,
you go
DLSS 5.
and then you start laughing, and I go, James, stop it, as I point my Glock at your head.
They wouldn't have been using Glocks. Actually, all of the Stars unit uses the M9 Beretta, but they specifically use the Kendo version
Yeah,
called
so we're not going to
Samurai's
be playing
Edge.
that original Resident Evil because I don't think it's on the store, but
No,
there is a remaster of it, and that's what we're going to be playing, co-commentating over. So I'm going to be playing it.
which
James is going to be
I do
co-commentating.
know the remaster has some incredible dialogue still, so I can't wait for that.
You know what? I'm ready for it. I enjoy it. But yeah, I mean it came together as a package because apparently all of the Resident Evil games, except for Resident Evil 4 Remastered and Requiem, and Village, I think,
I
are on
saw
sale.
that. That's so weird that those ones aren't on sale, but all the other ones are.
Very specifically. But you know, I was thinking, hey, since I've only played one Resident Evil game, and that was a while ago, which was Resident Evil 7. I have seen playthroughs of Resident Evil Village 8, but I was thinking, you know, maybe just play through all the Resident Evils. You know, I mean, James will probably co-commentate on Resident Evil, the first Resident Evil remake, but maybe I just do the remakes of 2 and 3 by myself or something.
That's what you wanted.
And yeah, because you know, they were on sale, so it's like, hey, I get both 2 and 3 for like $10. I'll take it.
I would be down if I don't know how we do it, but I would absolutely be down to play Resident Evil 6 with you and 5
Well, I was thinking
because
we
they are
just play the
co-op
original,
games.
we just play the original remaster of Resident Evil. I play Resident Evil 2 remake, 3 remake. We skip 4 and 5, and we go straight into 6, and that's where
No,
we'll end
come
it.
on. Oh, wait, you know what? I'm cool with that. You know what? That means that we
Because you know,
play 6, so I'm good with that.
I've heard that 6 was the worst one that people really don't like. So I was like, we should just skip
It
four
is.
and
It
five, which
still
I think
is.
4 or 5, which I think people did like a lot, and then we'll just go straight into 6. I know
I mean,
Resident Evil 5 is like
people like
co-op, no?
4. Yes, it's the first, I think, co-op where you play as Chris and the new character
Did,
Sheva.
did that game come out like the same time of like Dead Space 3 or something, where like horror games
It
just have like
might
a
have.
co-op campaign? They're
I
just big
mean,
on co-op
Dead
campaigns.
Space had a co-op in I think the second game.
Was Dead Space 2
I think
co-op?
even the first game had a co-op, maybe.
I don't know. I don't think the first game had one.
It's just the first one's a bit more fudged when you like try to play it. It's like, yeah, you know, technically this guy's there, but it's actually part of your psychosis if you watch the cutscenes. Actually, this guy is not actually in those scenes,
Yeah,
but you know, he is in the game with you when you
I
play
was
it.
just wondering if it released around like the same time, because it seemed like there's a bit of a trend there with co-op campaigns.
It's entirely possible that it might have.
But anyway, yeah, I know one of my friends says Resident Evil 5 was like his favorite Resident Evil game.
That is tragic.
Why?
It's not bad, but it's also it's it's up there for maybe the most notable racism within the genre
What are you
or
talking
the
about, James?
franchise with how they depict African people.
African people? What do
Yeah,
they
because
make
it
them
takes
black or
place in
something? Or
Africa. Well, it takes place in Africa, and you're fighting borderline people going ooga booga constantly.
they're fighting the natives in Africa?
You're fighting natives in Africa who are, and it's like
Are they
this is
zombies at
what
least?
Resident
Or
Evil 4 gets criticized for a lot, is that like all the natives are just people speaking random just gibberish and swinging like farming tools at you and stuff.
well, yeah, because he's in a remote village. It's Resident Evil
Well, it's
4
also
Village.
it's because it's a parasite, so they all get to retain their personalities. But the problem there is that they're not retaining the personality; they're retaining the stereotype of what people.
The stereotypes are always based in fact, James. You're gonna think I'm racist, but I think those people from the village, they all kind of sound like that. So
You're gonna think I'm racist, James, but
you're gonna think I'm racist, James. But
start with slanted
in
eyes.
Resident Evil 4, okay, the people of the village, they actually do sound like that. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, the village of where, JD? Where are they from?
Uh, Romania.
Nope.
I, I don't know.
Not,
I actually don't
not
know where
even
Resident Evil
close.
4 takes place in.
It's all good. Don't worry about it.
Um,
You're good, kid. Don't worry about it.
no. I mean, they did the same thing in Resident Evil 8. It was a village too. Everyone was like,
Yeah, but that one was firstly, that one's a European village, but also they don't do accents. They don't do any accent at all in
they don't do
Resident
any
Evil
accent,
8.
and yeah, it does reduce the plot of the story. It takes me out of it because I'm like, these people are just speaking American. It is American. This is supposed to be a
You're in this
European
like
village, but
Transylvanian like village,
yeah, it's
and
supposed to
then
be like
it's
a
just like,
medieval Transylvanian village, and the guy comes up to you, he's like, "What?" And this damn
what are you
eunuch.
doing here?
What did
This
the drunk guy?
invalid.
Yeah, invalid. That's what he said.
I'm so glad we both only could remember him from him saying the word
I'm
invalid
stuck in this house with this damn invalid.
with this
European,
cripple
by the way.
and this invalid and this
Ru-
wailing woman.
Rural invalid, by the way. So yeah,
God.
it does make it goofier, but I love it. It's great stuff.
Also, again, in that game, the villagers are not sentient. They're just a bunch of werewolves.
Well, they were
So
sentient before.
they're just monsters going
Yeah.
constantly.
Well, yeah, werewolf zombies, like what's the difference, you know? They're both just they're gone. It was an early version of Nemesis. The parasite didn't know what it was doing.
Yeah. Uh
Hmm.
huh.
I mean, in Requiem,
um.
I mean, that the only time I've ever heard zombies talking in Resident Evil was Requiem. Was that like a version of? Is that were they like always supposed
I
to be
mean,
able to do that, or
technically, all the tyrants in a way can talk. You know, because it was the
really?
most notable thing is that like
They
the
were supposed to
original
be like
tyrant,
T-2000s or something, right? Meant to fit into human society, and
the tyrants, no,
yeah, no,
the tyrants are like 8 foot tall, pale white dudes with bald heads and like crazy veins.
yeah. But I thought they gave him like a big coat and a hat to try and hide them or something.
Well, I mean, it's because they have them walking around at night to kill like the stars, soldiers, and stuff.
Yeah,
Like that's literally that's what the only time I think we've ever heard them talk is with Mister X, or no, not Mister X.
Mr. X never talks.
Right. Sorry, I forget. Because Resident Evil 2 and 3 take place at the same time, but
Yeah,
Resident Evil 3 is like slightly before. Uh, and what happens is that like in Star City, Tyrant or whatever his fucking name is, because they all have their own unique names to one another.
Nemesis.
Uh, sorry, yeah,
That's the
Nemesis.
only
There
that's
he
the
is.
only tyrant I think that shows up in Resident Evil 3 is Nemesis.
Right. I was just trying. I couldn't remember if it was like if they just called him Tyrant or if he was Mister. Like I was trying to
I
remember
think technically
specifically.
he's a tyrant, but the Nemesis is the parasite that's in the tyrant. So,
Right.
but
And
the
he
Nemesis
says
parasite is
stars.
controlling him.
That's like the only time I think a tyrant's ever talked is because he says like stars because that's what he knows he has to go and kill
Mm.
is anything that says stars or anybody that was in it.
Oh, well, I don't think
So
it's
that's why
I don't think it's a
that's why
tyrant
he's
talking then.
hunting Jill.
It
It's
was
because
Nemesis
Umbrella
talking.
deployed him.
Yeah, because I think it's some like weird detail that like it's not the tyrant talking, it's Nemesis, and Nemesis is like the parasite and not the tyrant. Even though I think
Yeah. Okay, nerd.
that specific tyrant is called. Okay, buddy. Well,
I say this to you about a subject I do like because I do like the
you
lore
say
of
that
the
to me about a
series.
subject that you know more about, Mister. I know who Hunk is, and I didn't.
Okay, you say that like I was holding that over you.
Well, James, you
Um,
were.
I would, but yeah, I would love for us to play Resident Evil 6 and play all the campaigns. Because we have to play as everybody, JD. We have to play as
Play as
everybody's
everybody.
favorite original character, Jake Wesker.
Gay Quester.
Jake Wesker,
Well, who's that?
Chris, and Chris's friend from the company.
I would love to play as Chris's friend.
I would
Wait,
also love to play as Chris's friend.
which Resident Evil is the one where Chris is punching the boulder? Is that Resident Evil 5?
That's 5. That's at the end of 5 where he's chasing Wesker into a volcano.
What?
Also, Jill is in that game, but she's been mind controlled by Umbrella, and she's blonde and wearing a blue bodysuit for some reason.
Oh. Wait, so it's the
That's where
same
that
Jill from Resident Evil 3?
same Jill from 1 and 3,
Hmm.
but now they've brainwashed her with this spider thing that attaches to like her chest to like mind control her, like the
Ah.
way that they were doing Leon with the parasite in 4.
I didn't watch 4 at all. I don't know anything about 4.
I'm telling you, I'm explaining to you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you just said, you didn't explain it. You just said something about 4 as if I knew
Yeah,
it, but
exactly.
I don't know
We're
it.
all saying milk, Josh. Yeah, can't wait to play as Leon and Claire reunited. Jake and Shelly, classic character Jake. Everybody
That
loves him.
classic character Mark Mark and Jack in Resident Evil 6.
It truly borderline just is. Like, Chris and
What's
Chris's friend.
what's Resident Evil 0? I saw that game on
That's the
sale too.
prequel to Resident Evil. It's like, hey, this is what happened at the mansion right before Stars showed up.
Mm.
And you're playing as, I think, Rebecca, one of
Mhm.
the other Star soldiers who like never gets fucking talked about.
Yeah, Rebecca. It's a picture of
She's
Rebecca in
in Resident
Requiem.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the pic. That's Albert Wesker's personal picture, by the way.
Did Albert Wesker have like Rebecca as like a girlfriend or something?
I don't know. That's one of those things I always forget. I think he might have just been a creep,
Maybe he was just a creeper. I mean, Albert
but
does seem like that kind of guy.
that's you find it in Wesker's desk. That's where the photo originally is in
Yeah.
Resident Evil 2.
Hmm.
And so, which is also funny because that's not where you find it in Requiem. You do not
I
find it in
just
his desk.
yeah, I just love the fact that Wesker has a picture of Rebecca in the RPD. RPD has a basketball uniform, by the way, just so everybody knows.
Yeah, you know,
But
when you got to play company basketball,
yeah, when you got to play company RPD sponsored
police
basketball.
department basketball,
Yeah,
police department sponsored
the
basketball,
basketball games sponsored by the police department of Raccoon
the
City.
basketball team. Uh, but yeah, it's I don't exactly remember what Wesker's relationship actually is with her, but you play as Rebecca, and then you play as one of my favorite just glup shittos within the Resident Evil universe.
That is,
It's
I would love if they continued with that theme of just playing random people in a Resident Evil franchise, like in Resident Evil 10. Just like the main characters are just completely random people. You don't even know them.
Billy Cohen, JD. His name is Billy Cohen.
Billy Cohen in Resident Evil Zero.
I gotta show you what he looks like.
God, if it looks exactly like
You,
what I'm
this
imagining.
is true Resident Evil glup shitto appearance.
Holy. He doesn't really look like a Billy to me. He looks more like Chad or
I
Kevin.
think there's also a no. Okay, I think it is just its own thing. I don't think it ever got like
I
remastered or
think he looks
anything.
more like Kevin Cohen to me, you know what I'm saying?
But he's so goofy, and I love it. He's my favorite glup shitto,
They need to bring back the Glepshitters.
dude.
I
And I
thought
think he
Ethan
only got like
Winters was gonna be a Glepshitto, and he kind of is at the start
he
of
kind of
7.
is, but he's also a main character for two
Yeah.
games and has a slightly important like kind of state within the universe. Like this guy killed the originator of the T virus in a way.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
he,
just so
he,
fucking
he was a
funny.
Glepshitto promoted, but we need to bring back the Glepshittos. Can we get a Billy Cohen back in Resident Evil 10? Thanks.
Dude, we need Billy Cohen back. We need Carlos from Resident Evil 3.
Okay, Carlos wasn't really a Glepshitto though. He was kind of badass.
He kind of is because why is he not in any of the other games?
Because he's too cool for them. He's too much of a badass dude. I think he dies or something. Doesn't he die in Resident Evil 3 or
No, I'm pretty sure he survives, doesn't he?
I don't remember. I have it
Yeah,
downloaded.
I'm
Or I
gonna
don't have it
Google it.
downloaded, but I have it bought. I was gonna play Resident Evil 2 first, the remake, and then play Resident Evil 3 remake.
No,
Oh, he survives?
yeah.
Yeah, bring Carlos back, huh? Or maybe they just need to make some more new characters because I'm pretty sure
Oh
at
wait, I
this
think it's
point,
one of the endings, but it's like not the canon ending. You know, like how in Requiem there's the Leon dies ending where he gets his head
yeah,
just fucking blown off.
the bad ending where
Yeah,
I think Xeno survives and then Leon dies.
Zeno. Right. Every time I hear his name, I just want to say the voice actor Zeno Robinson, even though I know it's not him. It's just, it's so fucking just edgy. Zeno, Zeno Wesker.
Xeno. Yeah, I mean Wesker has always been kind of an edgy guy. 7 minutes.
7 minutes. That's his
7 minutes
voice.
is
By
all
the
I
way,
can spare for you.
that's not the guy doing a voiceover. That's
No,
Wesker's
that's his
voice in
actual
Resident
voice.
Evil
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
That's his exact voice in Resident
Yeah.
Evil 5.
That's what I thought you were referencing with that voice when you first said like Mark, stop it. I was like Wesker doesn't sound like that at all. But you were talking about a whole different like voice actor for Wesker.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, they're all doing the same fucking nerd voice for Wesker. That's the thing. he's he's never sounded cool outside of Requiem.
I
And
was about to
even
say
then,
Requiem kind of. Well, I mean, he was in Resident Evil 4, and I think it was the same voice actor. No,
I don't fucking remember.
the 4 remake. I mean, I think
Yeah,
I did see him in
I don't
Resident Evil 4
exactly
remake.
remember what he sounded like in the 4 remake.
He sounded exactly like Xeno. It's the same voice actor.
Yeah.
He does look a lot different though in 4. But I think
uh,
he's supposed to be, I don't know how old he is in 4. I think he's supposed to be younger, quite a bit younger than
I
5.
still love that Lance Reddick played Wesker, and he's just definitely way too old to have played him. That's just my thing. Is that like this is supposed to be Wesker post? I think Resident Evil like 2 and 3, but it's
Yeah.
still before 5 because he's still alive.
Yeah, I'm pretty
So
sure
it's like
Wesker's like 30 years old at the oldest between
30.
4 and 5 or something. I know 5 he's probably like 40ish. I mean, he didn't look that old in 4. What are
He's
you doing?
44 and 4.
Okay.
Jesus.
It does not look
But
44.
still, Lance Reddick was not 44.
No.
Lance Reddick was definitely not 44. It's just, it's so funny because it's like, that's a good actor for like range and voice,
Oh
but
yeah.
man, he's just too old.
What he's a good actor for range of voice, but he is not playing Wesker. I'll tell you what.
I don't even care that like it's that they made Wesker black. I'm like I don't care. My thing is firstly should have given him blonde hair. Committed. Should have done
Yeah,
it.
I should have committed to it.
I mean that's his most notable feature.
Yeah, is
is
this like
his fucking
sleep
bleached
back
ass
blonde
blonde
hair?
hair.
Second thing, did he
But,
have a nerd voice at least? Did he do the nerd voice?
well, he did the nerd voice for the because in the Resident Evil show, there's 4 Weskers. There's
Okay.
Wesker Prime, and then there's his 3 nerd clones, and one of the clones is named Bert, and he does. I think he does a nerd voice for Bert. So technically,
Yeah, 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I can spare for you.
7 minutes. Oh fuck it, yeah. Let me show you Bert.
Bert.
He's so goofy. He like does like I think he does a double like he tries to double chin it for the
Mm.
character.
Holy.
It's also this what I love is that canonically for this Wesker is bald if he's
Yeah.
not prime Wesker. He's just bald at every other
That is
given
really
second
funny.
because all the clones are bald.
Right.
So
All the
why
clones are
is
bald
he
except for
except for
Wesker.
him? Oh man, dude, the show's so shit. I really want us to watch the whole thing, but I also don't want to watch the whole show.
But you could front to back crap it.
We could front the back it, but I'm afraid we might miss the best moments by doing it. I think we're gonna miss Wesker.
Is Wesker not in the final episode?
I don't think so. I think he's in like the 5th episode. I think because he shows up for the scene. It's like this is like I don't have the full context of the entire show, but I do remember bits and pieces. Is that Wesker? I don't think is in the finale. I think he shows up for like the second to last episode, and it's a flashback maybe because we're I know it's a flashback show where you're spending half of it in the past and half of it in the present.
Ah.
And it's like this is post and during the apocalypse, but it's the apocalypse for some reason, which is not what Resident Evil is. Resident Evil is the world is normal outside of like these 20 cities that
Well,
got
James,
zombie
if you were in
apocalypses.
Raccoon City, it seemed like the apocalypse. So
Right, but they're not in
just
Raccoon
saying.
City. I'm pretty sure they're in Eastern Europe in the show.
Well, also in
I'm, like,
Eastern,
vaguely sure.
also in a remote village in Eastern Europe, it'd also be the apocalypse.
Or you know what? Maybe I'm just saying that because it looks like Eastern Europe. So that's on me.
Maybe it isn't, but I think that'll be it though. Stay tuned for the Resident Evil playthrough. I still do have to upload the Poppy
The Resident Evil
Playtime
playthrough, the
playthroughs.
Resident Evil, the Resident Evil watch along,
The Resident Evil show front to back. Crap.
the Resident Evil show. We're a Resident Evil channel now.
I might be playing Resident Evil 2 if like on my own while in the middle of doing the Resident Evil with James, depending on how slow that or how mismatched our times are. But
JD, tell me,
is that Albert Wesker from the?
Can you see this man saying 7 minutes?
Yeah, I can.
7 minutes is all I can spare.
7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I can spare for you.
Yes, this is Albert Wesker from the movies, which we also absolutely need to watch because of how dog shit they are. Oh man, we
Huge.
need. Oh man, I can't wait. It's gonna be great when we finally get to them. I hate those movies so much because they're so bad, but it's so good because of it. They're
It's good to know, James.
they're truly like somebody just showed them clips from the games, and the director's like, I can do that, and it's like, dude, what the fuck is this?
They're like, yeah, we're gonna need you to make a Resident Evil movie, and they're like, he's like, what's Resident Evil? Shows some clips. Yeah, I can do that.
Because the first movie you can kind of take in a way where you're like, oh yeah, this is its own thing within the universe. You know, you can see this as a secluded story of people within the universe. And then the moment you get to the second movie, you're like, this is just people's names being given the characters without any idea what they're like. Dude, that movie has Jill and Carlos, and it has no clue what they're supposed to be.
Yeah, it's you and Michael Bay Transformers.
It truly
I think
is.
it is a pet peeve of yours, right? That they name
It
characters.
is truly just the Michael Bay. Oh my God, JD. Oh, I want to wait for us to watch it for you to see what Chris Redfield looks like, but I want to show you right now what Chris Redfield looks like
I don't know what Chris Redfield looked like. Like in the movies, the Resident Evil
in the
movies.
movies.
Yeah, I don't
Can
know
I
what he
show
looks
you
like.
what he looks like?
Yeah, you can show me what he looks like. I don't care. Is he gonna look like
It's so
Wesker?
good.
Your
It's
your plot ends here. Chris, I should have killed
Chris.
you. I should have killed you when I had the chance.
What makes this funnier is that I know what this actor's from, and he's such a miscast.
For Chris.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do know. I do know him.
It's fucking it's Captain Cold from Flash.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so
He's Chris.
dude.
I don't know. I
Oh
think he kind
God.
of fits a Chris Redfield. I wish he got buffer for that though. He's wearing
No,
like a
but it's so great
Ghostbusters
because he's not
uniform.
buff and he's also a prisoner. He's not even
Oh, Chris
not even a
Redfield's a
cop
prisoner
proper.
there.
Yeah, they find him in a prison cell that he's been locked away in like some fucking police department. I don't even think it's
Damn,
Raccoon City.
a random prisoner, Chris Redfield.
By the way, that Albert Wesker and Chris Redfield picture are from the same movie.
Yeah. I
Oh
love
man, I
it.
can't wait for us to watch this. Okay,
God.
let's let's get
We're
to the
gonna have to
back.
wrap it up because
All right.
yeah, it's time. I right after this, I am gonna have to go grab a couple like a bite to eat, and I'll be like, yeah, give me like 10 minutes ish, probably less than that, 10 minutes ish. I'm gonna go grab a bite.
7 minutes.
I'm gonna grab some food. I'm gonna bring it
7
back
minutes
here.
is all I can spare.
7 minutes, and then we can front it back crap while I eat. So
All right.
if you guys
I'm
enjoyed,
down.
you should like, subscribe, hit that bell notification icon to get notified when these episodes drop, and they drop every Sunday. If you like James, his links are down below. Go heckle him there. He'll love it. He loves the attention no matter how bad it is. And that's it from me. James, bring us out.
7